Have you ever noticed how the same memory can feel totally different depending on the day? One day you look back on something and it feels warm and nostalgic, but then a week later, that exact same memory just makes you cringe. Well, what's going on there? It's not you, it's one of the most powerful truths in psychology. Your brain is literally rewriting your past right now.
I mean, we all think it is, right? The past happened. It's done. It's over. It feels like this solid, unchangeable thing. But what if I told you that's not how it works at all?
That's right. As far as your brain is concerned, the past is incredibly flexible. And the tool it uses to bend and shape your history, it's your mood.
Okay, so to really get this, we first have to tackle this huge myth that almost all of us believe about how our memory actually works.
We have this idea that our brain is like a perfect video camera. An event happens, your brain hits record, and when you want to remember it, you just hit play. Simple, right? A clean, accurate playback. But that's not even close to the truth.
So you've got the myth on one side, memory as a video recording. And then you've got the reality, memory as a story that you rewrite every single time you tell it. Seriously, every time you pull up a memory, you're not just replaying it. You are rebuilding it from scratch. And the building blocks you use are your current emotions, your mood, your beliefs. Remembering isn't playback. It's an act of creation.
So, if our brain is constantly rebuilding the past, what's the blueprint? How does it decide which version of the story to tell today? Well, it all comes down to something we can call your emotional filter.
And here's the key concept for that. It's called mood-dependent memory. The easiest way to think about it is that your mood works like a search filter for your brain. Feeling happy? Your brain's going to go find memories that match that feeling. Feeling anxious? Yep, it's going to dig up every memory it can find to justify that anxiety. Your emotional state literally decides which parts of your past get the spotlight and which get left in the dark.
This is where it gets really real. Let's take something we can all relate to, like a relationship that ended a while ago, and just watch how this emotional filter completely changes the story.
Okay, so imagine you're having a great day. You're feeling confident, happy, things are going well. Your brain's emotional filter is set to positive. So when it looks back at that old relationship, it pulls up the good stuff. The laughs, the lessons, the personal growth. The story it tells you is, that was a valuable experience. But now, let's flip the script. Imagine you're feeling lonely, maybe a little down. Your brain's filter changes. Now it's searching for evidence to match that feeling. And suddenly, the exact same relationship is remembered for the fights, the pain, the betrayal. The story becomes, that was a total waste of my time, and it proves I'm just going to get hurt.
See what happened? Nothing about the actual history changed. The events are exactly the same. The only thing that changed was the emotional lens you were looking through. Your mood in the present completely redefined your past.
And this goes so much deeper than just good or bad memories. This whole mechanism has huge consequences for the most fundamental thing about you, your sense of who you are, your identity.
So why on earth does our brain do this? Well, its number one job isn't to be a perfect historian. Its job is to keep you alive. And for survival, a consistent story is way more important than an accurate one. Your brain wants your past memories to line up with how you feel right now. It's trying to create a story that makes sense, even if that story isn't objectively true.
And here's how that consistent story builds an identity. First, a mood shows up. Let's say it's sadness. Second, your brain immediately gets to work, searching its files for proof that this sadness is legitimate. It finds memories of other times you felt sad or fueled. Third, it weaves these memories together into a narrative, a story that sounds like, see, I always mess things up. And finally, if that loop repeats enough, the story hardens into an identity. You stop seeing it as a story and you start believing, this is just me, this is who I am.
This is huge. It means that our sense of self, those core beliefs like I'm not good enough or I'm unlovable, might not be built on reality at all. They can be built on a collection of memories that were hand-picked by a temporary bad mood. Your identity can become an echo of your feelings, not a reflection of the facts. Okay, so if our moods are controlling our memories and even our identities, are we just stuck? Absolutely not. In fact, knowing this is the key to taking back control. Let's talk about how you can reclaim your own past.
Now, this is the big, counterintuitive secret. We always think that to heal the past, we have to dig into it, analyze it, wrestle with it for years. But it turns out the most powerful thing you can do for your past is to kind of ignore it and focus completely on improving how you feel in the present.
Because when you change your present state, everything else follows.
As your mood gets better, those sharp, painful memories, they start to soften. Their meaning shifts from being proof of my failure to maybe a lesson I learned. Your perspective widens. You're not changing the events, you're changing the story they tell.
So it all boils down to this. Your past isn't haunting you. Your present mood is just editing it. By focusing on things that improve your state today, a good workout, finishing a small task, connecting with someone, you are actively performing surgery on your past. If you can master your emotions right now, you reclaim your own history.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. Think about a memory or a story you tell about yourself that you feel holds you back. What would happen to that story if you deliberately did something to shift your emotional state right now? What new version of your past is just waiting for you to rewrite it?